Hello everyone, we are back. I'm going back in. Nay, my lady, exhausted as thou art, thou wouldst only endanger thyself. I prithee, rest a moment. There was nothing where we looked at. Miro! Just, hey there. What's up? Dear gods, were it not for Soaban's blessing, but I need not labor the point. I'm glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were to wash up on the shore only to find you weren't with us? Oh, but I'm forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. The Froth kept that part of the bargain, at least. While there were certain twists and turns, our work here is done, with everyone now none the worse for wetness. Oh, thank goodness you're still here! Saloon, is something amiss? A great big mob of mortals marching into Il Mheg. Mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse, I fear. The Umoran army, at a guess. Meaning we can play with them? As much as you'd like. But just to be sure, I will be returned with you to confirm their identities. If they are who we suspect, we will require your aid. If Elpino is coming, then Alisade will be too, yes? Can't have one without the other, you know. Alright, just remember we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Don't worry, I've done this sort of thing before. It's fine, defeating the Light Warden would have always fallen out to me. Perhaps, but I would feel better if we were there to assist you. Back to cheering you on from afar. See you afterwards, my friends. The Umoran army is about to get fucked on by a bunch of pixies. If only I hadn't been caught. If it is indeed the Umoran army, we have soon to contend with Ranjit again, which may prove problematic, even for you. A visit to the Nu Mou. With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the two remaining barriers of the relics, the Nu Mou are the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the faithful, they bear the distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They were also the friendliest of men and have served me faithfully whenever I have called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. Garden anemone. Alright, let's go up past the house of books, the bookman's shelves. Actually, we might stop in there and at least check for the books while I'm nearby there. I don't think I want to do the swimming one here though, because that requires me to go underwater and swim, which takes more time. Whereas going into the bookman's shelves, well, it's a much smaller area we gotta search. There we go. Yeah, let's just stop in here real quick. Alright, so we're gonna search for 3 books. There's one, leather-bound tome. Unfortunately, for some reason, they make you interact with it for 5 seconds. It doesn't make sense. On the occasion of the 300th year of founding of Everett, a grand celebration was held in the Grenis Ledge. No expense was spared. Over the course of the festivities, guests were lavishly feasted and regaled with wondrous performances. Yet amidst all the pomp and pageantry, naught was more stirring than the recitation of the Oath of the Covenant. In honor of the alliance between Dron and Galgent, upon which the kingdom was built, representatives of each race took to the podium. 'Twas a sight to draw tears from all who looked on. Okay. Verbit, blag. Okay. Time-worn chronicle. What if one of the books was the Anarchist Cookbook? Good Janana's Grace was named for Her Royal Highness Princess Janana, daughter to the king 3 generations prior. In the dark of night, that mountain pass catches the light which shines forth from the castle, giving it the impression of the princess's beautiful eyes of jade. Okay. What is in the Anarchist Cookbook that's different from just like the standard cookbook? First week, Thunder's Day. The princess being partial to the lakefront view, it was decided that all the noble lords and ladies would set out for a picnic. Having partaken of sweets, Her Highness ventured into the water, where she inspected her lip paint in the reflection. This caused the watching shepherds to remark that the princess had used the lake as her hand mirror. Oh, there's a hand mirror lake to the southwest of here. Don't know where you're going, don't really care. Napalm for one. I see. So it's not so much a cookbook as it is a way to build bombs. Past yonder cliff lieth Pla Any, home of the Nu Mou. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. I mean, that was our plan, Arianje. $540 to the east, which would put us over here where the castle is. I think it's actually at the base of the castle. Jeremy, how do you feel about people calling you Tin Guys? Hey, you guys like people that also look like weird spider creatures? Because, here you go. Sorry for the arachnophobes out there, those things are terrifying. If the path striketh sea precipitous, it is because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now lieth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Verbit. 'Twas only when the Thoth came, that the wake of the flood, that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fae folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the Light, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees. An entire world. That it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is the greater regret. Yet, in spite of all the tragedy which surroundeth me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. 'Twas these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness and Minfilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no 8th humble calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing, and thus do I labor, for those we have lost, and for those we can yet save. The coming struggle promises to test our limits, but so long as we can stand together, I doubt not that we shall prevail. Aha! Mortals! Just as we thought! Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha! Nothing so boring. We smelled you coming and thought we'd come to play. They do not appear to be pixies of leisure land. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day. Oh, in some haste are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Teleportation magic. For mercy, we were not sent far from our course. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment, I have learned. Fey Cloak, 'tis called. A most ingenious magic would render one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. Would I be upset if one of the expansion had you find all the ether currents before you could fly in any of the zones? Well, FF14 is... Usually they learn from the previous expansions, although not always. That would be a step backwards for them. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under its aegis, thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, as it will only serve to give thy presence away. Anyway, personally it wouldn't bother me that much, as whatever. I don't need to fly in the zones till the end anyway, but it would be a really bad choice overall. We sent them flying, teehee. And these fairies suck. Why are these pixies such assholes? Any moment now. The pixies leave, disappointment right on their faces. Alright, Minfilia, what do you got for us? We lost sight of you, is everything alright? I assume you were right behind us. What took you so long? I see, yes. I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. In other good news, the Nu Mou village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Urianger deigns to join us. Mortals! Mortals are here! Lots of them! I thought you said the Nu Mou were men's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. It was beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable! Unacceptable, I tell you! To have so many mortals appear at once! It's more excitement than we can bear! Greetings, Elder Widdank. Tierney. It hath been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone scepter of the Nu Mou. The stone scepter? Then you mean to lift the seal over Ligia? That is unacceptable, unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our Fey cousins, we Nu Mou have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king when they were corrupted by light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. Don't worry, we'll defeat Titania. No one will come to harm. Just hand over the goddamn staff. But then you'll only become another Light Warden. It changes nothing. Honored Elder, pray believe me when I say that this woman is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, she hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. She is yet a stranger in this land, 'tis true, but she harboureth the self-same desire to see the Sin Eaters eliminated as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You've always done right by us, Arianje, and if you have placed your faith in this woman, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin-Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps. We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Illumoran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee simply to roll over and acquiesce to our request. But even now a powerful foe draweth near, and I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightst fetch us the scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch? You know full well that naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well, yet you speak the words of power regardless? It's unfair, I tell you. In happier times, it was our honor to assist mortal in needs and receive rewards befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Everett fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Arianje. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here a while and bestow us upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable? Hey. We did it. We found the Nu Mou. Fitting payment. You will offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see, perhaps you can begin with Marnose. They are one of our foremost artisans, once held in high esteem by the Knights of Everett. With the Knights gone, however, Marnose has no opportunity to put their skills to use. They'd be overjoyed with your patronage. Okay. First, let's attune to this etherite. And then talk to Marnos. Actually, fuck that. Let's go grab this ether current. How do we get up there? I think I see it. Oh, there's a summoning stone there, too. So, I think to get up here, we gotta go up here. There we go. And then we do this terrible jump puzzle where I fail at it. Jump, jump, make the jump. Jump, jump. And ether current. Only be like one or two more left in the area, I think. The east. Okay. $1,182. 1,183. 1,184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? Well, wait. You're immortal? Huzzah, huh? Well met, yes, you're very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctions in battle? If you answered yes, you have come to the right Nu Mou. I will restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, please, please give the legs and your patronage to me. Sure, I guess. I can shit my pants, that's fine. Do you ever get upset when people request moss fungus legs of you and then shit their pants? Okay. I just had to be sure. Sell. Bundle, return to us. I should actually check and see if Bundle can put any more points in, because he has lots left, probably. They put Choco Cure on me, that was nice of him. Damn, we're almost level 75. Now I could run through that cave, or I could teleport. It's usually Piamat requesting moss fungus legs? I believe it. I'm mad. Just look over at Mira's like fucking laying in a weird ass position, but she's just got her eyes open looking at me. Ah, so you returned with the moss fungus legs, I hope? They are tools of my trade, lest you wonder. Used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheen. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. Damn. How many fungus legs? I've got two. Yeah, two. Huzzah! 2 moss fungus legs as befits the work. Ah, who have neither more nor less expected of us than what we can provide. There is no greater joy. You see, for there to be honor in a task, we must receive precisely what it is worth. Too little means you belittle our ability, and too much means you question our integrity. You've given me fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin by inspecting your equipment. I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials, I'm pleased to say that all your arms and armor may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. My first repair is complimentary. Here's the coin, which you may pay me when you desire to have the work done. Many thanks for your patronage. Marn O's shop is open for business. Oh, and if you mean to offer your patronage to another, may I suggest XIV yonder? Judging from your equipment, it's plain you're no stranger to bet. I believe XIV will have something to offer you. Jeremy, how many Ultra Balls can you carry in real life? Congrats on catching the Almanite. Spore Sweeper. Ah, to have so many men visit us at once. This is a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. We would tend to them with magic, except they leave behind a harmful ash. We have no choice but to pluck them one at a time. Now, you'll be curious as to what I have to offer. I'm a purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. I'm sure you will. Oh, fuck around with this thing. Keep clicking Midgard Sommer. 2 of them in your pants? How many flame spores do you have? And are they also in your pants? Oh, there it is. I like how they once again get me to do busy work. but the reasonings for it somehow managed to still be different from the fairies, who are just like, hey, do this for us. I jumped over that mushroom. Alright. You've already removed the flamethrowers? How very quick you are. Oh, but did you perchance search the western entrance as well? I'm told that more have cropped up in that area. You fuck. Such a sack of shit. What are you doing over here, Minfilia? I wasn't spying on you or anything. I've just finished my task and I should go and report back. But did you check the Waking Sands? I've been told that some of them have appeared there as well. Pray return to the Waking Shores. Ah, you are returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Excellent. No more poisonous spores irritating our nose. For a little while at least. Oh dear, I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again. It reminds me of the old days. Every day I would carry my wares to the castle and offer in exchange for men's patronage. Back then the castle wasn't called Leogia. The Robertits built it, and they named it Grenis Lich. It was their last bastion in the struggle against the Sin Eaters, and now they're gone, all of them. Nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing, I must give you what you have earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I would be glad to offer them to you for a fitting price, of course. Oh look, I'm fading into the fucking ether again. What the fuck is going on with my camera, but it is irritating the fuck out of me. So on my end it looks fine, but on the actual stream it looks like absolute garbage. I don't know what to tell you. It's really irritating. So why does the game keep resetting? Somehow this is Mira's doing? Probably. Probably is. We can't go with that, because, yeah. We'll just have to make do with this. Irritating. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider with lad? No, I don't want to offer my patronage to anyone else. Just give me the fucking stone scepter. They've been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honorable task will cheer them up. With her mininess, exactly. What? You would be my patron? Unfortunately. But I can't do anything for you. The lawless ones took my invisible ink, and without it I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the lawless ones? They're no Nu Mou like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Hers, without honor, they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the inks included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take my ink back from those villains? If you do this, I will consider it your patronage, and by way of my service, I will make you something very special. Excuse me, Mira, but I couldn't help overhearing. If you mean to undertake this task, will you let me accompany you? I would learn from you and help in what little way I can. You're welcome to join. Thank you so much! The lawless ones make their lair into the south, inside a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. They took many vials of ink, and it would be grateful of you to bring it back as quickly as possible. Or as many as possible, whatever you said. The hilarious thing is, I think it's when I turn off my webcam for like going on break and whatnot that's causing this, but it shouldn't cause this. It's the crazy thing about it. Anyway, we're back. We got break time and another hour of stream.